Hello, and welcome back to episode 10 of Sailor Moon Crystal. This is going to be still season 1 of it, I believe, and we're going to the moon, guys. Yay! Usagi and them travel to the moon. So, again, I don't recall the exact of how they got to the Dark Kingdom in the original one, but it probably was something to do with this because it doesn't seem so far off. Now, they're going to have to go ahead and fight Endymion, which they're probably going to turn him evil still. That's why I was wondering if they're going to do the evil Endymion arc or what they were gonna do, and of course, this one has a lot more like going for it in terms of the emotional. Like, I feel like there's a lot of emotion in the other, but in terms of like the way the story is being told, I guess, because again, modern storytelling is a lot better than old school storytelling in several factors, but you can't always knock down the classic. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this one and see what changes. What because they're doing things slightly different. In I can definitely tell they're doing things slightly different. Get into it. Oh, so I have to wait for the next full moon. Okay. So there's a difference right there. So in the original, they instantly just went for him and things like that, and they weren't waiting for full moons or nothing. They're just like, all within seconds, go. And it's because they did try to rush all the main story in about 3 or 4 episodes. Even though the series was 40 episodes long, 46 episodes. They were just like, yeah, we're gonna cram everything into about 5 of them. Let's go. So Daddy actually kind of knew about the crystal, but he doesn't know what it actually does. Oh. Yeah, I just found things out. Mom doing the usual mom thing. Nah, they'll never grow up and leave. 5 year, 5, 10, however long later they leave, and it's like, oh fuck, it happened. Wait, how are they breathing on the moon? Or did they just naturally do that? Or are they just ignoring logic and be like, yeah, they can just breathe because they're moon people? Is that going to be Pluto? Or is it going to be Queen Serenity? Oh, it's Queen. Okay. Tommy's always been a study word. Like, even in her past life as Sailor Mercury, she was still a study. Oh my god. Girl's hopeless in that regard. Well, that's darker than it was before. Jesus. She straight up. What do you call it? With the sword stab. We gonna call that end one life, but Sudoku, whatever it's called, whenever it's dishonored, you gotta end it all. So I guess the Dark Kingdom entrance isn't on the moon, so it's wherever I thought it was gonna be from the original. It's gonna be somewhere in that area. I don't recall it being in the moon. Oh, they're gonna regain it, aren't they? Are they like the Knights of Endymion? Ah, this is a little different. I don't recall this, but it might have been a thing because it seems right. Oh, that's why they didn't completely. They should have just ran the fuck out of there, but no, they had to get their pride up. Decided to go for the attack, but yeah, that's where they fucked up. What makes this really interesting is that there's four of them exactly. So that means Usagi, what are you going to be doing? Like this is a big change from the original. Like like a huge story shift. I'm just over here like, whoa, we're getting lore. Like an accentuation of the lore. They were basically the equivalent of them. Like they were Endymion sailors. Wait, you guys? Wait, that's our partners. Oh, okay. Wow, so this one they're not chasing boys; they already have boys. Okay, that is such a huge difference. Like, this is game changing. Mm-hmm. Oh, they didn't bring him back. All right, get the evil Endymion arc. Let's go. All right. Ooh, this episode was a huge difference. Oh my god. I mean, there's been differences, but this one changed every. This is total perspective change right here. So they were all lovers at one point. Because, I mean, the original was more like the girls were always trying to find boyfriends and they never knew the love. They wanted to find love, and I guess they did have love. So, yeah, that's a thing. That's definitely a story changing aspect. But anyway, so we get in the evil Endymion moment, which is probably going to be the next, what, 2, 3 episode? I'd say about 2 episodes. I'm going to take a crack at it. Because probably the next episode is going to be them defeating Queenberry. Because we're going to have to get into season 2, and I think that's. So this is on Crunchyroll. I use multiple apps to watch if I can. If I can pay for it, I definitely will. But there's 26 episodes, I believe, in this season. That means if there's, and when I looked online, it was season 1 and 2. So that means this has to be like 13 episodes split. So they have to finish up in the next 3 and then move on to the next arc, which would be season 2. So anyway, well, looking forward to that. So if you are looking forward to my reaction to it, we'll hit the subscribe button. If you already have, I appreciate you. If you haven't, do so. I'm not gonna make you. There's hundreds of other channels you can go watch and do things with. So you do you, and I'll see the rest of you that want to continue in the next one.